Hello everybody, I'm Thomas. Welcome back to another video stream. This time I'm back with another solo gaming Sunday stream. Back with Iron Valley, a game developed by M. Kieran. I played this on the channel a while ago and had a lot of fun. And since the last time I've played, there's been a big version 1.1 update for the game. So I figured I would play it some more and see what the new update has in store. There's a lot of cool stuff that this update added, from like new critters to better rules for growing crops to taking care of livestock to having a job to crafting items to just adding a bunch more tables and just more moves, more rules, a ton of stuff added in this update. So I definitely wanted to give it a shot here on the channel. So that's what I'll be doing here today. It's going back to the Iron Valley. Got my Animal Crossing music on in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud or too quiet. Some of the songs are definitely like quieter than others. Like this one sounds pretty quiet, but yeah, just let me, if you're watching live, let me know if that music is too loud or too quiet, and I'll adjust it as needed. But yeah, I'm excited to play this again. It's been a while. So the plan for today is I'm going to start a new character. I'm gonna start a new kind of campaign, a new session type thing. So mainly because, I mean, I would have had to convert over some of the stuff from the old update, like the townies and whatnot. I think like they have a new sheet here, but also I wanted to play in a bit of a different setting. So yeah. Hello there, Rain. How's it going? Music sounds good. Cool. Awesome. And Phoenix Knight, hello there. How's it going? I'm glad to see you both popping in here. Ready to be playing some Iron Valley here in a bit. Yeah, I'm excited. It's just such a chill game. And like I said, there's so much more rules and stuff now added that I think last time I played, like I definitely got a little caught up on like not knowing exactly how to handle certain situations or do certain things. Before, I think there was only 3, maybe 4 moves. You had try your best, time passes, ask the forest, I think make the promise, but now there's also reap the benefits, sharing is caring, returning the favor, root around, let's make a deal, nurture a bond. So a good amount of extra rules to do some extra stuff. Should be a good time. I'm not going to do a full rules overview, kind of like I did last time. I think I will, though. I'm going to go through the PDF a little bit and kind of touch on some of the new stuff that was added in the 1.1 update. So yeah, I'll kind of just scroll through the PDF that I got here and go over some of the new stuff, and then afterwards we'll just kind of hop right into it. I will quickly note the only other thing I'm using that's not like with the base game is I do have up here, if you can kind of see it, I have the Mythic Game Master Emulator 2nd edition fate chart up here. Because even though there is a way in the game to, there is a little ask the spirit of the forest, where you basically ask the oracle and you'll get like a yes, no. I really like the fate chart here, mainly because I just love the different odds. So it's not just you ask it and you get like a static result. I mean, I like how the Mythic changes, whether it's an impossible question or if it's certain, you get different odds. I like that a lot better. I feel like you just get a lot more, I don't know, granularity with it, I guess. If that's a good way to put it? Like you can get a lot more fine tuning and get a lot more, I don't know, more accurate answers to maybe what you're hoping for. Not that this is bad, and I just prefer this because I don't know, I like having the different options. Also new rules to potentially confuse you with. No, I've definitely been over the past, earlier this week and earlier today, I've definitely been reading through the PDF and looking over all the new stuff. It really doesn't seem too confusing. And if anything, it seems, see, this song sounds a lot louder than the other ones. It doesn't seem too confusing. And if anything, yeah, it seems like it was definitely clearing up a lot of the questions I had and maybe stuff I was running into last playthrough. So let's just start flipping through this. I got this loaded up on my iPad. I do have a couple of things printed out. Like you can see, I got the rules here, and I have like a couple of the basic oracles over here, but I'm just gonna probably be using my iPad for most of this. So is there a little section? Okay, there is, about what's new in 1.1. So I guess I could just kind of read through this. So we have the favor and gift giving system. So it includes a whole new like inventory system, moves for that, and whole favor system. Farming and ranching expanded, so it goes into more detail about how crops and livestock are handled. Optional rules for days, so a lot of optional rules in this. Heart events are finally here, so it's a big thing in like Stardew Valley, and I think Harvest Moon as well, where there's these things for heart events, where once you build up enough favor, you just go to the next level of relationship with a townie. There's also detailed explanations and how-tos, new moves, simple gameplay, and more oracles. Boy, oh boy, there's more oracles. The Mythic Fate chart is amazing. Yeah, I really like it. I probably won't use like the chaos factor at all. I'll probably just keep it at like base, 5 or whatever. But I just really like having the different levels of question. But yeah, I'm gonna just quickly skim through this. But okay, the amount of oracles they've added in this new, there's so many oracles. It's crazy. So we have like the basic ones like action themed focus descriptor. We got town names, fantastical ancestry, animal spirits, names, jobs, age, pronouns, gender presentation, town traits, random dates, charm points, hobbies, relationships, locations, weather. Got all these for different crops. You got fantastical livestock, items, story hooks, town requests, bunch of random items. Those are all random items. Favorite video game, color, flea market table, plushie theme, plushie feature, size, creature role, creature feature. Ton of different and cool new tables. So I'm super happy about that. All of this is pretty standard kind of stuff we went over last time. I'm just gonna touch on some of the newer stuff real quick. So let's see, scroll ahead to I really want to cover. So like the resource system is pretty cool, and how it pretty much works is behind a lot of, there's resources which are like raw materials, and there's items which are like crafted stuff. Resources and items will both have like a value in brackets, or not in brackets, in parentheses behind it, which is just, it's not the monetary value. Value is more abstract than that. Yeah, it's more just how much value, or how much favor that's worth. So if you have carrots, parentheses, 2, you don't just have 2 carrots, you have 2 favor worth of carrots. So that's kind of how that works. Favors tracked per townie. You can earn favor by spending quality time with a townie. As time passes is a way you can get a little bit of favor. You can get a bit more if you, by completing a promise as part of Reap the Benefits. And then you can get a lot of favor by gifting a townie a gift as part of the sharing is caring move. So, yeah. Stuff for returning the favors. So what you could do, you can use favors to improve action rolls or get a gift. You can also use it to unlock heart events. Lots of good stuff there. Also, a lot of optional rules. I think there's a whole section later that goes over all the optional rules. There's a ton of optional rules, which is really cool. And I love different ways that you can play it. One rule I like is this one, the tool bonus. So I'm probably gonna be playing with this one that says, you must obtain all your tools legitimately. You must craft them, trade for them, or earn them by helping people around town. Whenever you try your best and use a proper tool, you add +1 to the action roll. Likewise, if you ever make a roll without a proper tool, such as trying to hoe with your bare hands, you'll lose -1 to your action roll. They have rules for growing crops. It's pretty easy. Most things are just make a promise, try your best, and then reap the benefits at the end. So that's how crops work, and I think that's pretty much the same how livestock works. You make a promise, try your best, reap the benefits. You can craft stuff, which is gather materials, make a promise, try your best, reap the benefits. And then there's also stuff for fishing and catching bugs, which is just the route around move, which kind of encompasses all that good stuff. There's rules for having a job, which is pretty fun, which once again, they kind of stress like, have a job for any reason you want besides the fact, except for doing it for money. Like money's not an object in the Iron Valley. We don't worry about that here. So that's all about jobs. Here's some of the new moves. Maybe scroll ahead a little bit further. The other section I wanted to just kind of go over, they added a lot of new stuff, is the livestock options. So lots of stuff about the different livestocks and ways you can get stuff, and especially there's a lot of fantastical livestock options, which are, I think, really neat. So all these like fantasy creatures that produce different stuff. You have a blorb that produces pom-pom, or you got the pincher crab, which produces crab nectar. So that's pretty cool. And then there's like a little page and a little like graphic for each of the different critters. Where's my favorite one? I mean, there's some great looking ones. My favorite Beaver Weaver is a good one. I like the Chillachonk. And I think, so what's cool about this game is also M. Kieran has a YouTube channel where they actually streamed them working on this update. So it was really cool. I got to like tune into some of the streams whenever I could and watch them work on this update and even kind of pitch, ideas or whatever. So I remember I tuned into the stream when they were talking about the Chillachonk and they were trying to come up with a name for it. I pitched the name Chonk Chilla. I thought that was a little bit more like catchy than Chillachonk, so they went with Chillachonk, but I still think I'm gonna call this guy Chonk Chilla because in my heart I'm team Chonk Chilla. But they're fluffy little creatures. The no money thing was hard to wrap my head around. I completely agree. It's definitely a little weird. How does society stay functioning like this? No, it runs on just favors, which is, it's strange. That's just how it works. But yeah, we got a lot of cool creatures and whatnot. The holidays, I don't think this was here before, but each of the holidays now have like a bit of a description and also like a preferred gift on each of the holidays. So that's really neat because I remember I played like on Candy Day last time and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing for Candy Day. I think there was like a festival. There's rules for co-op play and guided play and guided with more players. So there's just a whole bunch of new stuff. Very cool. Very excited. And oh yeah, the optional rules. There's just, I'll show you here, there's just a ton. You got stuff for passive favor, ways spending you favor you don't have, or if you want townies to have hidden favorites, because townies each have like a favorite gift, or I think you have 2 favorite gifts. So you can have an optional rule to that. You don't know the townie's favorite gift and you kind of figure it out along the way. There's the tool bonus, which is the one I probably plan to use. Seed bonus, I'll probably use. Livestock babies, I don't really think I'm gonna use. Unlimited actions, no, that's not anything. And that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, so it's kind of just all I wanted to touch on, was just some of the cool new stuff, showcase all of that, and I think we're just gonna go ahead and start hopping into this. So let me scroll to the section I need, which is somewhere. Leaving for the Iron Valley, here we go. So yeah, I did a play session last time, and though I had a lot of fun, the main reason I want to restart today is I would have had to convert some stuff over to the new, to like different sheets and whatnot. But the main reason also was because I wanted to play in a more fantastical setting. I think the last time my world was kind of inspired by like Stardew Valley, so there was like a little magic, but this time I want to go full fantasy, full magic. I know there's a new game out, Sunhaven. Like I'm kind of going for that vibe, like D&D plus Stardew. Like I'm gonna actually probably tie this in a bit with like D&D a little bit. So I don't know, kind of that world instead of just humans everywhere. I want to have like cool races about. I want to use the cool fantastical livestock. So that's one of the main reasons I'm restarting. So let's go ahead and do the world truths and get through all this. Default assumptions, I'll quickly skim through these, but Iron Valley is a small community far away from large settlements. It's surrounded by wilderness on all sides, has incredibly fertile soil, is a diverse place. Iron Valley is a busy place and is a hopeful place. All right, so choose my world truths. You're moving to a place known as Iron Valley. Where is it? It's a good question. Let's see. What did I go with last time? I think if it's a medieval town. That sounds pretty good. What was the other option? Small town, hours away from the city. Now we're gonna go with a more Iron Valley as a medieval town. Because like I said, I want to go for a more fantasy type vibe this go around. So yeah, we'll say it's a medieval town. Okay, honestly, let me maybe zoom this in just a little bit more. I don't think we need to be that zoomed out. Not too much going on the screen here. I do have a couple of extra pages off to the side with like my weather oracle, and I think I should talk about this earlier. I just have some of the basic oracles printed out, and I got my mythic one up there. Yeah, I got stuff kind of scattered all over the place. Okay, so that's a little bit about the Iron Valley. What kind of people live there? We're definitely going to go with, let me make sure. There's a myriad of fantastical ancestries coexisting in peace. We'll probably go with that option. It's every kind of animal in town. It's more Animal Crossing vibes, which I don't hate, but like, that's not what I'm going for here today, or just humans. Yeah, we're gonna go for, there's a myriad of fantastical ancestries coexisting in peace. We'll just gonna kind of abbreviate that. Or, yeah. Fantastical creatures. Yeah, I want all kinds of crazy and wacky creatures. Let me turn this up, man. I feel like the volume for this all over the place. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like I remember last time I used this Animal Crossing music. It's like one track, but it seems like a lot of the track volumes are all over the place. Okay, so then the final question, is there magic in the Iron Valley? Yes, I'm gonna go with just the first option that, yeah, magic is commonplace here. Yeah, magic is so normalized that most parents send their kids to train under a magic user. As through any tutor, there's magic in everything from potions to rings to even hand tools. All one needs to make an axe magical is the right materials and maybe an incantation or two. So yeah, magic is commonplace. Cool. So we have a medieval town full of a myriad of fantastical creatures where magic is commonplace. So that's definitely the vibe I'm going for this time around. So yeah, that's it for the world truths. I love how simple that is, especially like this is based on Ironsworn and Starforge, which admittedly I haven't really played too much of Ironsworn before, but like Starforge, man, those world truths can take a while, but a lot of them are very, I don't know, they're very useful for world building, and they do a lot to set up the world itself. So it's not like I dislike it. It does take time. Well, this is just three simple, easy questions. Let me see, that doesn't look. Maybe zoom this in a little bit more. I like how zoomed out everything looks. I don't really need to be that far zoomed out. All right, that looks a little bit better. Sure. Okay. Move this a little bit further over. All right. So my truths. Okay. Name. Good question. I think last time I went with my classic Marbash. You know what? I might. Well, maybe I'll use the. There's definitely name oracles. Let's maybe let's roll a name. Let's roll a name up. So random names. Okay, we'll grab first dice roll of this session. It's gonna be my name. Oh boy, 38. So my options are either Harmony, Garnet, or Glove. I kind of like Glove. I like Glove. Or is it Glove? I'm gonna go with Glove because I don't know if I want to be called a Glove. I just assumed it was Glove, but it's also spelled like glove, so maybe it's whatever. We'll go with Glove. Is there any way I could just go back? Oh man. I scroll all the way back. What a hassle. Your truths. Okay. Are you a human? Definitely not. It's one reason I'm playing this fantasy setting is I don't want to be a boring old human. So I go back down to the fantastical ancestry oracle. I actually think I might not roll on this. I might just pick. That's kind of lame. But like I kind of just would rather. There's a lot of cool options on here. Like definitely for the townies and stuff, I'll roll. But for my own race, I think I'm gonna pick. Sorry, for my ancestry. It could just be like a skeleton. That could be kind of fun. It could just be like a dwarf. Will be a slime monster. I could be a slime. I could be a spider. A mushroomkin. I don't even know what some of these things are. A kappa. Mothkin. There's some interesting. A metal elemental. There's some. Doppelganger. Could be a doppelganger. That could be a demigod. Okay. I could be an automaton. That could be kind of interesting. I kind of like the idea of maybe just wood elf. I kind of like wood elves, but that's... I also kind of play something like kind of weird. Like, I don't know, especially coming from like a D&D background. You know, you can normally play like orcs and dwarfs and goblins and elves. So I kind of want to play something like a skeleton or a mimic. Mimic might be a little weird. Man, there's a lot of cool options on here. Mothkin sounds cute. Yeah, I don't... Kin, I guess it says at the bottom. Kin indicates a humanoid / human descent of the ancestry in question. So Mothkin is like a moth human descent? I don't really know how that works, but... Glove. What does glove sound like? I kind of like the idea of being a skeleton. That was kind of like the one that jumped out at me. So you know what? I'm gonna be a skeleton. No. You know what? Yeah. I'll be a skeleton. It just sounds like fun. Glove the skeleton it is. All right, so scroll back up to your truths. Pronouns and gender presentation. I'm gonna go with classic he, him for me, and gender presentation will be masculine. Birthday. Do I pick a season and between 1 and 25 or just roll on the random date oracle? There's a random date oracle. Let's go to that real fast. My goodness, there's so many oracles. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how they're ordered because they don't seem to be alphabetical. Maybe I'm just dumb. Okay, random date. There it is. So we eating buying clothes for a skeleton. That's true. I won't have to eat as much or at all. I don't know how that works. Well, I was also gonna be like, I had this idea of being like a baker. So I don't know why, but being a skeleton baker just sounds kind of funny. It's like, especially if I don't really eat or need to eat, then that could be kind of interesting, I guess, or maybe really stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'll completely ditch that idea now that I'm a skeleton. 23 is spring 23. Okay. So, oh, maybe I write that here first, of course. Spring 23, it's a good day. What is that on? Spring 23 is on that's on a soup day. I'm gonna have some breakfast, or not breakfast, birthday soup on my birthday. My B-day. Oh yeah, okay. Scroll back up, your truths. Okay, we got a birthday. What's next? Why did you leave the big city? That's a good question. Maybe I will roll for this because I kind of had some ideas in mind, but I don't know. That sounds fun. Like they have the townies test the food because the skeletons can't. You can roll to see if the baked goods are burnt or something. The townies, yeah. Like I feel like there would definitely be like a fun dynamic of like having a person that bakes even though they can't, or they don't eat food and probably like can't taste. I don't know how skeletons work, but I imagine they don't have digestive tracts and they don't have taste buds, so they wouldn't be able to taste or really eat. I don't know, maybe I won't go with the whole baker thing. Why did I leave this? Let me roll this and see what I get, and then maybe I'll go from there. Because I had a whole backstory in mind. A mysterious letter, I do kind of like that. A mysterious letter. Maybe like the skeleton, or maybe Glove was like, call him the skeleton, it's me. Maybe I was like a baker in my past life, before I was a skeleton. And so it's just something I like hang on to. even though I can't. It's not something I can really enjoy myself. So why did I leave the big city? I like that idea. I got a mysterious letter. I don't remember if that's what I did last time. I think last time I did the whole, I was like part of the university, so I was gonna come back and yada yada yada. Okay, so I also get a starting promise to find out who sent this letter. Whoops, I'm ahead of myself, can't even write. And this is a 3-boxed promise? Yeah. One, two, three. So first promise on the promise tracker is to actually find out who sent this letter. What the heck they're calling me to the Iron Valley for. Where am I staying in town? Also a great question. Hopefully I'm not just camping, but let's see if that's what the dice say. Yeah, I guess I'm just camping. I kind of like that though. I'm a skeleton. Well, so I got a mysterious letter. I'm just camping. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with it. So then, so I'm camping. That's the way to get, you know, in touch with wilderness, is to really just immerse yourself. So I guess that checks out. I do have a starting promise of find a good place to make camp. Okay. So find a good place to make camp. That's pretty easy. It's only one thing. Yeah. Okay. So, where are we staying in town? I'm camping. Got a mysterious letter. What's in my backpack? Roll 3 times on random item oracles. It's a good question. And there's a lot of random item oracles. Because we got edible, wearable, sentimental, magic and silly, random, more random, breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snack, soup. It's a lot of, that's random food. So items, yeah, we gotta, let's see, probably not anything wearable or edible. Probably some sentimental stuff. Let's see. 12. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that. Got instant camera with film. I don't think a skeleton will probably have instant camera with film. Nautilus shell? I'll be honest, I don't even know what a nautilus is. Can I like look that up? Can you define this? Look up. What is a nautilus? Will you tell me? This is not telling me anything. Oh, it's like a sea critter. Okay, sure. Maybe I have a nautilus shell. I guess. I also think I'm gonna keep track of my inventory, maybe just on the back of my character sheet. Why not? Then you keep track of it somewhere. So, nautilus shell. Okay, so I have some shell I probably picked up like on a beach or something. Let's go with magical and silly. Probably have something magical or silly. I have some slime. All right. Got some slime. Maybe I looked up some YouTube video about how to make slime, and that's why I have some. And let's just go with a random item. 64 is an old shirt that's full of memories. Okay, so I have a nautilus shell, some slime, and an old shirt full of memories. Okay, we're almost done with character creation. Actually, I got a little bit more to go, but we're moving right along, right? Yeah. So why don't we? The big city, got it. When are you arriving in town? Probably 1st of spring. Let's see. A very specific or important date. Pick one or roll on the table. You know what? I'm gonna pick 1st of spring. is when I'm arriving. I don't even know how to like... First of spring is when I'm arriving, and then how long do you plan to stay? Also a thing I don't really have in mind, so let's see, maybe just a month? 61? 1 year, maybe more. That's a long time. I was thinking maybe just a month. A whole year, maybe more. I just heard some weird sound. You know, I'm gonna go with I don't know. I think that's just a better answer, because I don't know. I'm a skeleton, I got a mysterious letter. I'm just camping. I don't know what's going on, so... just gonna put in a big old I don't know. We're just here, you know? We'll see how long we stay. Maybe we love it, maybe we hate it. And now, oh, I don't have to roll anything. I have to assign my strengths and weaknesses. So, okay. What kind of, I'm a skeleton, so I need to like put myself into like a skeleton mindset, right? What would a skeleton be bad at? So I was gonna say shadow, because maybe they're not sneaky, because they're like, their bones are rattling around or stuff, but it also says shadow is the stat that's used for magic. I think I would, yeah, I got some magic. Speed and agility, that's probably, edge is probably a 1 for me. Maybe I don't have a lot of speed or agility. Also, I think maybe my iron would be a 1, since I'm just a skeleton. My strength and endurance probably isn't the best. I have 2 2s and a 3. So then I think I'll put the 3 in maybe wits? No, we'll go shadow. Nah, we'll go wits, because if I'm a skeleton, like I'm probably pretty old, you know, I probably have some wisdom. I think that checks out. What was just living his best life? Yeah, just camping out. Maybe make some bread at some point. So pick 3 skills from the skill oracle. All skills come with the ability +1 to rolls checked. Okay. So then I need to figure out where's all the skills. Oh, I gotta find those real fast. I forgot about that. That's always a big part of this too, is finding what new skills the skeleton's gonna have. I'm probably scrolling right past it, aren't I? Skills and depth, maybe? Here we go. So I'm a skeleton. I feel like, where's baking? Because I feel like that's probably one of the top ones. Or like cooking, where's... Finger cooking? Did I completely go by them? Am I dumb? I probably missed them. I'm probably going too fast. So we got farming, fishing, foraging. Wow, there it is, cooking. Okay. So we'll say cooking is one of our skills. I like the idea that maybe I was a baker in the past life. Pre-skeleton, so maybe we got some cooking skills. Let's see, as a skeleton, I feel like I'd also, let's see. I like the idea that maybe I'm good at either foraging, fishing, or creature handling, like something being outdoors. Maybe hunting. What would it make? So if I was a baker, I'm a skeleton, maybe I'm good at hunting. Yeah, we'll go with hunting. That sounds pretty cool. Makes sense. So we're good at cooking, we're good at hunting, and then I think the last one I'll do something with some magic. Academics, yeah, I don't want any of this, nah. Candle magic. Motion magic. enchantment. Ooh. Garden magic? Ooh. I kind of like the idea I might know some garden magic. Soupification. The magical craft of turning boring things into soup that tastes... and tasty things into very tasty soup. Okay. Ever had rock soup? Ooh. I kind of like soupification. That's pretty cool. I think I might go with garden magic though. That sounds fun. Okay, was there anything else? Where did I even need to go? Was that the last thing? Skills, got them. Is that it? Do I not need to create any other townies? Was I supposed to create a townie off the bat? I thought I was. Oh, there's a town name oracle? Ooh. We could give a town name. I wouldn't mind coming up with a different, not that I hate Iron Valley, the name, but you know, see what other kind of town names we can come up with. So it's probably a two-part roll, right? So we have Amber 29. So we're going to Amber Falls. I like that name. That's a pretty cool name. Let's write that at the top. Amber Falls. Okay. So we got Glove, the skeleton. Pronouns are he, him, gender presentation masculine. Birthday on spring of 23. We got a mysterious letter. Is now camping in Amber Falls. Amber Falls is a medieval town with a myriad of fantastical creatures where magic is commonplace. Do you automatically get... Because you start at... Well, when you read, you might be right. I think I might have messed up those skills. Because you... Yeah, so they all come with the first upgrade, and then I get one. It's a good catch, yeah. Yeah, it says all skills come with +1 checked. Choose one of these 3 skills to upgrade by checking the next box, the one that reads +1 on a hit, or +1 tick on a hit. So, okay, good catch. Thank you. So I got cooking, hunting, and garden magic as my 3 skills. One of them I get to upgrade a little bit. I'm gonna go with let's go with garden magic. You know, if I want magic to be a thing, I want it to be a thing. Okay. So that's it. Wow. I just feel like there's more I should be doing. I guess that's it. In townies, I guess I don't really create till I start going around the town and whatnot. Cool. So I guess also my first 2 promises, I have to find out who sent the mysterious letter to me. And then I need to find a good place to camp, which is probably what I'm gonna do first before anything else. So, Glove. Quindy's was best life baking like a king. Yeah. Well, first, you know, Glove probably needs to get like an actual place, not just camping outside. I don't know how well you can bake in the forest. You might be able to bake all right, but probably not the best. So, okay. Backstory time. So, Glove, where were they? I think I hinted at in the past, before Glove was a skeleton, they were probably just maybe a human. Who knows? Not important. But they were a baker. They baked. And then at some point they died and were brought back as a skeleton with also, I guess, some magic abilities. I mean, obviously they were brought back as a skeleton, so some magic was done to resurrect them. So that's also how they got like their garden magic powers. Hello there, KDK. Happy Sunday. The game's going good. We're just starting to get into it. I just got my character all created here with a bit of backstory. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, I'm playing as Glove the skeleton, who got a mysterious letter to summon him to Amber Falls. He's currently camping outside. Amber Falls is a medieval town with a myriad of fantastical creatures where magic is commonplace. This one sounds so loud. If you got soupification, you can make soup anywhere. That's true. That's true. But then it would be like a curse because he could just make soup, but then he couldn't really drink it or at least enjoy it. Yeah, no, I like garden magic though, because then that could be like helpful towards the baking. But okay. So anyway, so yeah, Glove was probably, like I said, like a baker in their past life, and then at some point they died and were brought back as a skeleton. Now I'm curious, what could they have been doing? Like, what do skeletons do? I kind of like the idea. I was gonna tie this into D&D. So like maybe there's a city in D&D called Waterdeep that maybe they were brought back and under some spell as like a mindless skeleton, and they were literally just under someone's control as like a skeleton in just a dungeon in Waterdeep. And then at some point, either a party came along and we'll say they did some counter spell to Glove that kind of got rid of this mind control spell. And then Glove was able to do whatever the heck he wanted. And the first thing he wanted to do was get out of that dungeon and then get out of Waterdeep. So yeah, I think Glove maybe took a nice horse and chariot ride out of the city. It's a big old city. Out of the city to maybe that like Glove was exploring Waterdeep a bit, enjoying being free, and then at some point received a mysterious letter to summon him to Amber Falls. And so, having not really sure what else to do, and maybe also trying to avoid all of like whoever the heck originally brought back Glove and also was kind of mind controlling him, we'll just say that like Glove's like, yeah, I'm ready to get out of Waterdeep. So whatever this mysterious letter is, like, let's go. So yeah, Glove heads to Amber Falls on just a horse and chariots. It's definitely not close to Waterdeep. Waterdeep probably pretty far away. So it probably takes at least, a solid day or so, maybe a couple hours, depending on how fast they go. And let's see what kind of weather it is as we roll up to Amber Falls on this spring 1. It's first day of spring. So 73. It's raining. Great. What great weather to be camping and to try to find a place to camp. Okay. So I take the chariot, or I take my carriage to Amber Falls. And I get there, and it's a medieval town. I wonder if is there kind of a description of like seasons are harsh, but the people are hardy. They gather by the warmth of the hearth and share stories. People build their houses out of wood and stone, find comfort and candlelight, look to the stars for guidance. Some believe there's a spirit looking after the town, and they might be right. Oh, and I have another promise there. Oh, I kind of missed that one. I need to learn about the town's quote-unquote spirit. Whoops, I can't believe I missed that whole promise. And that's a 6, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1. Okay. So now we got an extra promise. We need to find out who sent them the letter. We need to find a good place to camp and also start learning about the town's spirit. Was there another promise I missed, or was that it? I think that was it. Okay. My bad. So yeah, we arrive at Amber Falls, and like this little description I read, yeah, it's very medieval town-esque, very, got a lot of stone and wooden buildings, very, very old-fashioned. And I hop off the carriage in the middle of the town's center area, and I think the first thing I do is, it's raining, so there's probably not a lot of people out and about. Is I guess I find a place to camp because I don't see anybody around, and so maybe that's just like a thing I do. It's just like, oh, I mean, I don't know. I'm new in town. I don't know what else to do. So for now, I'm just going to find a place to camp. So that's what I'm going to do. So I head to one of the outer parts of Amber Falls and try to just find a good place to camp. That's one of my first goals. So let me see. I wonder if this could technically be route around. That's when you gather resources. So this isn't really gathering resources. I guess you can, because one of the resources you can gather is idea/inspiration. I'm looking for an idea where to set up. So that could be, I think I could route around for a place to then that doesn't work too well. No, I think I just gotta try my best to try to find somewhere to sleep. So let's start with let's do let's do an iron check. Let's do an iron roll. Boy, oh boy, I need to remember how to do a check. It's been a while. Okay, these are the dice I need, right? 2d10 and a d6. Yeah, I'm gonna do, I think what makes sense is an iron check, because I'm gonna be like walking around the woods, trying to scope out a place. I'm gonna be like walking over hills, walking around trees, probably like off the beaten path. So it's gonna take some strength, some endurance to try to find a place to set up camp. So let's see how this first action roll goes. Okay, my iron is a +1. So that's a miss. That's a miss. I don't think I can. Yeah, I think that's all I get. We wouldn't be hunting your garden magic. Nope. Okay, so we get a miss. First action roll. Great start. So Vision, what went wrong and how you lost track of time and time passes. So I think it's pretty much I'm looking around the woods, and to be honest, it's not super easy to find a spot when it's just pouring down rain. So maybe when I got there, the rain wasn't too bad. It was kind of drizzling, not a bad rain at all. But then once I'm out in the forest trying to find a nice place to start camping, it starts pouring. It's making the trails all muddy and the rocks all slippery. So me trying to like climb around and find a place does not get me far. And I do not really, it's hard to see in the rain. It's hard to walk around and figure out what's going on. So definitely not making much progress there. So I'm going to do another roll. Let me also do this. Okay. I'm going to roll plus wits, and I'm going to just try to use my expertise and knowledge to just try to scope out a good spot. Like, okay, if I can't like walk around and find one as much, then maybe I'll try looking around, seeing if I notice like a cave or something that could be helpful. Let's see what happens here. So I got a 4, and I do get to add +3. So that's a 6 and a 9 I rolled. So +3, that's a 7. So that is a weak hit. So I will succeed, but I lose track of time. So if it brings you closer to fulfilling a promise, mark 1 tick on that promise. Okay. And I also lose track of time, right? So I'm looking around. I'm falling on my feet because I'm a skeleton and it's raining out. I'm clumsy, not the most athletic. But I'm looking around and I find some like logs on the ground, some wood and stuff that I can prop up to start actually like just constructing a bit of a shelter. So I slowly start grabbing, I spot some wood, find maybe a spot along a mountain I can like prop it up against or whatever. So then I'm gonna do another iron roll. to see just the process of me building this structure. Let's see how this goes. So that is, I rolled a 4, and there was a 4 and an 8. So if I'm rolling plus iron, that is a 5. So that is another weak hit, which I'll take. I mean, as long as it's not a miss. Okay. So I do succeed at what I'm doing, but I do lose track of time again. I don't have much time until the sun's going down. I have one more kind of tick on my day before sunset. Okay. So that was my iron roll. So yeah, I'm trying to put up these logs and kind of prop everything up, and it takes a little bit of time. It's raining out. I'm a skeleton, so it's not the easiest task in the world. But after a bit of time, I get a pretty good like roof and kind of just a simple structure for me to kind of make camp in. Yeah, but it's definitely it's not fully done yet. So I'm going to look around for something to, because right now it's like raining, so something to kind of waterproof it. Some like, it'd be nice if I had like a tarp, but like, you know, like leaves or some sort of like something to keep the water out. Because maybe it's like I just have sticks and stuff, so right now there's nothing like stopping this pouring rain from getting in. So I'm gonna do a wits roll and see what I can do there to kind of look for extra materials to strengthen the structure and make it more waterproof, I guess. Okay, so wait, that was a wits roll. So that's an 8. I rolled an 8 and a 6. And I forget, I need to beat the rolls to make it count, right? Let me triple check. Yeah. Needs to exceed it. There's nothing I can do to get like a temporary. Nope, none of my skills really help. It's not really garden magic. It's not cooking. It's not hunting. There's some hunting for like stuff, but that's more gathering than like hunting, you know, like animals or something. Okay, so if anything, it's just another weak hit. Okay. So I do get to mark another tick off of this. Unfortunately, that is also the end of the day. So quite an eventful day. I arrive, it starts raining, and I start looking around for a place to rest, and it starts pouring. I fall on my ass probably a few times trying to just climb up some rocks and over some logs and whatnot. But I managed to find, you know, a good looking area to set up some logs and get them kind of propped up. And I'm looking around for some stuff to kind of put over top for like a roof. And I don't find too much great, but I find stuff that looks like it'll do. So I almost have, I think, what would be a good place to camp. But that was the end of the day. So, it fills the box. Do the following steps. Envision how your character spends the rest of the day, goes to bed. If you have enough satisfaction, you can spend on upgrades. So wait, hold on, I want to check something real fast here. Because I know, is satisfaction, that's different than favor. You just get satisfaction from completing, that's one of the reap the benefits, right? Yeah, okay. And that's where I track satisfaction. Okay. Just making sure I'm doing this right. Advance the next day. If it's a holiday, consider taking part. Get out of bed and seize the day. So yeah, at this point, it's getting late. I have a decent structure kind of put together. It's not perfect, but it's enough to keep the rain out and give me a place to sleep for now. So I rough it for the night, and I get some shut-eye in my makeshift shelter. And somehow go through my first day here on a bread day without eating any bread, which as a former baker really gets on my nerves. But whatever, you know, it's my first day here, so I'll get some bread next bread day. And so we're on to day 2, which isn't really a holiday, it's just it's a Friends Day. So let me roll to see what the weather looks like. 21, it is thankfully sunny. The rain is gone. So I wake up in my makeshift structure that I set up for the night, stretch my old skeleton bones, and as I stretch, they all kind of crack. And I wake up to the nice sound of not rain, and I just hear, you know, birds chirp, and I'm in the jungle, and not in the jungle, in like the forest. So, you know, I hear birds and like the wind through the trees and whatnot. It's a very, very peaceful morning compared to when I went to bed. It was pouring down rain, thunderstorm, and all that good stuff. So, okay. Well, I think while the day is nice, before I do anything else, I think I want to finish making my camp because that's kind of important. So I think I just want to put some finishing touches on this camp. I think I just need to go around and look for a few more things, especially to start a fire, get like maybe a little fire pit going somewhere. So I just need to like look around, gather wood. Yeah, which I think would be probably just a wits roll, I guess, just to finish gathering stuff for this. Oh boy. Wits roll, okay, that's, I rolled a 4 and a 9 and a 4, and I have 6 total. So that is a weak hit. So I do complete that box, but that is a weak hit. So to mark off tick for the day. Okay, but we have a shelter. I finished waterproofing it last night, and then today I spent some time going around getting some basic stuff to like make a fire, maybe make like a comfier bed, like and make an actual like place I can sleep, maybe like a little chest to like store my whatever I have. I have my Nautilus shell and slime and an old shirt full of memories. I think I like the idea also that old shirt might be like I like the idea that it's like an old employee shirt that I wore when I worked at the bakery that I worked at before I was a skeleton, and that Glove just holds on to. Maybe it also still smells a little bit like bread. I don't know. Probably not if it's super old, but like maybe it just has like stains on it, and it's just maybe their old work shirt. So that's the shirt that they have, and I like the idea that's maybe one of the final touches for building a nice camp is just getting a small building a small box or like a place just to store stuff, so I don't have to like carry stuff around on me. Okay, so then do I need to? That promise is pretty much done, so I can reap the benefits, right? And do I have to? Okay, this is just a dumb question. I don't have to roll or to complete a promise, do I? Right? I thought I did. Am I stupid? But what do you do when you're done with a promise? Do you just reap the benefits? Is that it? Maybe I'm just like, I'm thinking too much about like Starforge, where it's like once you're done, you have to do a roll to see the outcome of the thing. Is that not, how does this work here? Am I completely missing something? Do I not need to like make a roll to do it? I just reap the benefits? Is that right? Anybody know? Is that right? I get to just, once my promise is done, I just do it. I think I do. I don't see anything that says otherwise. Just want to make sure I'm not like doing something wrong, but I don't see anything in here that says otherwise. Just doing a quick scroll through. I scroll this part just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't want to play this wrong. Okay. No, I think I don't think I have to roll anything. I think I'm just stuck in the Starforge mindset that you have to like once you're done with like a track, you have to roll for it. So, okay. So finding a good place to camp is done. And now that I have a good place to camp, I can reap the benefits. So I can either pretty much, I think it makes the most sense that I just gain some satisfaction. That I actually have a place to sleep now. What a concept. So I gain satisfaction equal to the number of boxes of the progress track. Additionally, if fulfilling this I can gain favor if this was with a townie. Okay, and whenever I reap the benefits, time also passes. Okay. So, this is the back. So I finished gathering, I kind of was working on the interior of my place now. I finished the exterior last night, slept through the night. Today, I kind of spent time getting like a bed, a chest, maybe getting a fireplace set up. And it's pretty nice, as far as a makeshift camp goes. It's not too bad. So I gain a single satisfaction. Then also more time passes as I finish making it, and I kind of just admire my work. Maybe I'm doing some nice final touches, and just trying to make it a more chill place to call home. Okay, so I spent the first half of the day finally getting settled in. I think it's finally time to head into the town and start meeting some people, because I don't plan on just hanging out in the woods by myself all game, that's for sure. So I'm gonna head into town and see what's what. So I think the first thing I'm gonna try to do is find like the mayor. Because I assume if this is a pretty small town, they have just like a mayor. So I'm gonna go try to find them and talk to them and then see what they know. So yeah, I just go do that. I head into town. Now that it's not raining, it's a lot nicer to go walk around the town. It's also a lot easier to find the different buildings and whatnot. And after this, this probably isn't a huge town, Amber Falls. It's probably nothing too crazy. So trying to find a particular building, it can't be that hard. There's probably not that many. So after a little bit of time, I find the town hall, and I go inside, and I'm imagining a pretty small, chill town hall. I'm imagining very like Animal Crossing style, like just maybe like a small building with like, a room or something. I don't know. And there's maybe like a receptionist. No, it's probably just like just an office with just the mayor. And let's see who this mayor is. I need a townie. I want to start getting some townies going on. Yeah, I'm curious to see who the mayor is gonna be too. So I just want to get some people to talk to. It's getting lonely out in the woods. So where is the thing to make a townie? Here we go. So, who's that townie? Decide on their ancestry or species. So I need their species, their name, job, age, pronouns, presentation. Okay. So let's do that. So let me go with the fantastical ancestry, and this I'm definitely gonna roll on. I'm not gonna choose. I'm curious to see what ancestry the mayor of this town is. Oh, and the dice rolled out. 38. It's it's a ghost. We got a ghost mayor. That's awesome. What a great roll. I'm a skeleton, they're a ghost. Man, I'm already liking this town. This is a pretty cool town. Okay, so we got a ghost mayor. What else do I need to fill in? Their name. Let's see what their name is. If it was just like Boo, that'd be funny. 38. This is what, that was my roll last time. Give me a different one. Okay, we can either go with Daffodil, Craig, or Cream. I don't know why, but cream kind of seems fitting for a ghost. Maybe just because like the white, you know, the classic ghost, you know, just a white ghost. Kind of like a ghost named Craig though. Something about that I just kind of like. So I think I'm gonna go with Craig the ghost. Yeah, sounds good to me. Craig the ghost. And then what else do we need? So a job. Well, I guess I already... Is mayor a job on here? Because they already have that job. Okay, they do. So I don't need to roll for that because their job is mayor. Age. Man, imagine if we had a baby ghost for the mayor. That'd be crazy. Okay, 24. Young adult. Okay, okay. So we got a young adult ghost named Craig. What are their pronouns? 5. They, them. Okay. And their gender presentation is 4. I guess I rolled feminine. Craig is more of like a masculine name, so I guess it's like, they're ghosts though. They're probably pretty androgynous. I'm gonna go with, even though I rolled that, I probably didn't need to. I'm just gonna go with androgynous. That's I think that just makes a little more sense. I think. Wow. I don't know. Random date to see when the mayor's birthday is. 24. Is that not the same day as mine? Did you steal my birthday too? Spring 24? When's mine? Mine's spring 23, and there's the spring 24? Okay. So their birthday is the day after mine. Okay. A lot of spring birthdays. I respect it. What else? There was some extra stuff I saw you can roll. So there was like townie traits, which I wouldn't mind rolling. To give a trait for this ghost. 90 is where's that? Yeah, it's 90. That's sporty. Okay. They're a bit sporty. Okay, I dig it. Sporty. I don't know how ghosts can really be sporty, but you know what? I'm not gonna judge. What kind of charm points? I kind of want to roll in this. What is this even? 86. Tall. Okay. They're a tall, young adult ghost. A sporty, tall, young adult ghost named Craig. Anything else I gotta do for them? Hobbies? Oh, let's roll up a hobby, sure. Because, you know, everybody's got a hobby. 82. Spellcrafting / witchcraft. Okay. I dig it. We got a ghost mayor that's into spell crafting. That's pretty on brand, I think. I don't think. Oh, where do I roll for favorite stuff? Favorite. So they each have a favorite resource and a favorite item. I'm pretty sure is how it works. Let me triple check I'm doing this right, and I'm also not forgetting anything else. Once they get one townie done, the other ones will be hopefully a lot easier. Okay, we got a job. Got all that. Let's see. Townie traits, we got. Birthday, we got. We could find a secret. They have a hangout spot. Whoa. I kind of want a hangout spot. So yeah, everybody has 2 favorites. Yeah, a resource and an item. Or a hangout. What is that? The hangout spot. Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll on the location to see where this mayor likes to hang out. 25 is a farm. Okay, maybe it's their farm. Even though they're more into spell crafting. And then the final thing was the favorite resource I need to roll on, which is 72. So this mayor likes gems. Is their favorite resource, and their favorite item is furniture. That's a mayor, all right. I'm happy with that. So yeah, I've walked in this small little mayor's office, and I see sitting at the back, I see this tall, sporty, young adult ghost who I go up and talk to, and they introduce themselves as Craig, the mayor. And I start talking with Craig and getting to know them a bit more and learn about their, I just ask them the general questions, like when's their birthday, what kind of stuff they like, what do they do for fun, where do you hang out? So I learn all sorts of stuff about Craig. Yeah, so we got Craig is here. So one thing after I get to break the ice a little bit with Craig is I was like, well, because I imagine it probably comes up in conversation probably pretty early, is like, what brought you here to Amber Falls? Like, you're way out of the ass end of the continent here. Craig's like, well, what brought you here? And Glove responds with, well, I got this mysterious letter that was telling me I should come out here. So I'm gonna ask Craig about this letter. And I'm trying to think of what I would need to roll to do this. Probably just rolling plus heart to just talking with Craig about this and kind of inquiring if they know anything about this letter. So let's roll plus heart to see if Craig knows about this mysterious letter I got. Ooh, I rolled pretty good, right? Plus heart, I have 5 total against a 2 and a 3. That's a strong hit. So, brings you closer towards fulfilling a promise. Mark 2 boxes on the progress track. Or sorry, not 2 boxes, 2 ticks. I wish it was 2 boxes. That'd be pretty crazy. Okay, so I show Craig this letter. I'm like, yo, got this letter here that was telling me to come out here for some. Now, I guess before I continue this whole conversation with Craig, I should try to really figure out, like, I'm trying in my mind to figure out what this letter even said that brought Clove here. Because obviously I don't know who sent it. I don't really know why they sent it. But it was more or less the letter was trying to get me to come out to Amber Falls. I'm trying to think of like an idea of what this letter even said that would like entice Clove. Maybe it was just like it was just a letter of like, oh, are you tired of your everyday life of being in the city? Then kind of like an advertisement, like, oh, you're tired of your everyday life? Then come on down to Amber Falls, where we have farming and good soil and no money and everybody loves each other. We have chonchillas and everything. So, okay. Yeah, I think it's like that because that just kind of makes the most sense to me. So I'm telling Craig about this letter that I don't know who sent it. I don't know why they sent it, but they sent it and it sounded interesting. I just got out of a dungeon for I don't know how many years that I was enslaved there. So I'm kind of down for like anything at this point. So I was like, you know what? Getting out of the city sounds like a pretty good idea. So I go there and that's how I ended up in Amber Falls. So yeah, I'm showing Craig the letter and maybe like he's like looking at the letter. He's like, well, the one thing is maybe he like the postmark on the letter, maybe there's some like stamp or something, or like the envelope has some indication that it did definitely come from Amber Falls. So this isn't like, it came from somebody in the town. He can at least confirm that the letter came from somebody here. It probably wasn't Craig, because I think they would tell me if it was them. So then I need to figure out who sent this letter, but at least we got a lead that, okay, it came from somebody in the town. So then I might ask Craig, like, okay, it came from someone in the town. Do you have any idea who it is? I don't know this, and you know what? I think I'm going to use the mythic chart to the rescue. Does Craig have any idea of who sent this? Does he have a guess? I'm gonna just stay in chaos ranking 5. I'm gonna go with probably like unlikely. We'll go with unlikely. And let's roll my unlikely. I got 67, so that's a no, right? Yeah, we've been 25. Yeah, okay. Right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 67 for unlikely is definitely a no. So unfortunately, he doesn't have any idea who to talk to specifically, but I'm gonna just start going around and meeting people. So one of Craig's favorite hangout spots we talked about earlier was a farm. Craig apparently likes to go hang out at a farm. My question is, Craig, is this your farm or is this somebody else's? Is this Craig's farm? I'm just gonna go straight 50-50 roll because I have no idea. Actually, I'm gonna go with probably unlikely because if they're the mayor, it's probably not their farm. 38, no, it is not their farm. Okay, well then whose farm is it is my next question, which we can go ahead and create up another townie to figure out who owns the farm that apparently is a hangout for all of these townies to hang out at. Maybe we got another cool creature. So let's see first off, who owns this farm? That'd be 21. So let me roll their ancestry first, because then I want to base kind of the name off the ancestry, or kind of make it fit, I guess. So let's see what their ancestry is. 64. American. Merkin. I don't know what the heck a Merkin. I might re-roll that just because I don't really know what a Merkin is. 84. Tanuki? Like a... Is that like a... Can I look this up? Look up. What happens if I look it up? It's the raccoon. Okay, I was thinking Mario, like the Tanuki suit. Okay, so it is like a raccoon. Okay, sure. Person that owns a farm is a Tanuki. We'll go with that. I'm fine with that. Okay, so now we need a name for this farmer Tanuki. I mean, that's a pretty good name right there, but that's, you know, not really. 64. Okay. Mint or Minty, Opal or Pippi. Opal the Tanuki. I would kind of like Pippi. Pippi? That's a pretty good name. Pippi the Tanuki that owns the farm outside of town. So I guess, are there the jobs? We're gonna make they're the farmer. Or they're a farmer. Probably not the only farmer, but one of the big farmers, I guess, in the area. So their age, 24. They're a young adult. Okay, pronouns, 84. It/its, okay. And then gender presentation is just a 1, so feminine. Birthday is next, I go to that. 29. Okay, are we out of spring birthdays? Yes, okay, this is summer 4. Cool. I'll get some of these. Start meeting some of these townies. What else do I need to fill in? Their favorite. I'm going by a lot of the stuff that I need. Go with townie trait. So about this tanuki, they are cautious. Okay. And we'll give them a, what else? Job they have. Charm point. What kind of charm point are we getting for them? 37 earrings. Okay. They're a tanuki that wears earrings. Cool. And then finally, what kind of hobbies do they have outside of farming? What is that? It's a 67, which makes that they like prank / practical jokes. Oh boy. We got a rambunctious farmer tanuki. Okay, I like that. What kind of place do they like hanging out? It'd be funny if it was also their farm. No, it's not. 99. Where the fog is so thick you can't see it. Or you just can't. The fog is so thick you can't see. Yeah, no, these are some great townies. We only have the best townies here in Amber Falls. Okay. they like playing pranks and hanging out where the fog is so thick you can't see. I mean, that's unique. So what are their favorite stuff? So their favorite resource is grains. Okay. And then I just tried to swipe that. All right. Favorite item is 52. They also like furniture. Man, this town sucks for them that I'm not good at making furniture because they love furniture. So, okay. We got another townie. Craig tells me that they like hanging out at this farm. And I'm like, oh, is that a farm you own? They're like, no. Pippi owns it. I'm like, well, who the heck's Pippi? And then they give me the lowdown on Pippi. And I'm like, well, all right, that's Pippi. The tanuki young adult farmer that likes grain and furniture. They're cautious. They wear earrings. They like pranks. And they like to hang out where the fog is so thick you can't see. You know, just like the rest of us. Okay. Maybe I will... Okay. So the other thing is I need to learn about the town's quote-unquote spirit. So what even gave me this quest? Because I feel like if anything, Craig could probably help. But the issue is I got this, I think from the... I went too far back. I think that was the world, but I just want to know... Yeah, some believe there's a spirit looking after the town, and they may be right. Learn about the town's quote-unquote spirit. Okay. So... yeah, maybe like when I heard about this place, and maybe in the letter, they mentioned the spirit. So maybe that's one thing I'll ask... what's his name? Craig about his... do you know anything? Do you know about a spirit that watches over the town that helps the town out? Do you believe in anything like that? Let's see. I need to probably do a roll. I need to probably try my best to figure out. I'll use maybe my knowledge. I'll do a wits roll to ask questions about the spirit, seeing what they know and what information I can gather. So I rolled a 6 with my wits. That's a 9, and I rolled it against a 1 and a 5. So that is a strong hit. So that means I get 2 ticks on this box. 1, 2. Okay. So Is it weird that I'm talking to a ghost about asking about spirits? I mean, I guess they would probably know, if anything, right? Or is that like stereotypical? That I'd be like, oh, you're talking to the ghost about spirits? Like, oh, what? Just because I'm a ghost and you gotta know everything about spirits? Hopefully Craig doesn't act like that, but I'm just trying to figure this out. It's not because they're a ghost, it's because they're the mayor, but also they're a ghost, so they probably would maybe know about any spirits around. I don't know. But Craig definitely has some information about the spirits. So what do I learn? Does Craig think there is some sort of spirit that watches over the town? I'm gonna go with likely, and I'm gonna ask the mythic table up there. So does Craig think a spirit exists? No. Oh, wait, that's a yes. Sorry, that's yes. I'm looking at the table wrong. Yes, he does think a spirit exists. Does he have any evidence this spirit exists? Like any hard proof? Or is it just like a feeling or maybe something they saw or witnessed? But do they have like proof? I'm gonna go with very unlikely that they actually have proof the spirit exists. That's a 65, so yeah, there's no proof that the spirit exists. Okay, so they have a hunch that maybe it does, but they don't actually have proof. Okay, well, good to know. Thanks for telling me. There's probably a general store in town, I imagine. So I'm gonna go there and see what's going on. And also, I'm gonna head to the general store, just meet whoever runs that, just to get some more townies created. And I'll probably head to there's probably a local bakery or something, because I wouldn't mind trying to get a job. To A, meet more people, B, trying to get back into the swing of things when it comes to baking, because I've probably been out of the baking game for I don't know how many years. I mean, I was a skeleton for I don't know how long because I was just mind controlled. So yeah, Glove is definitely itching to get back into the baking game. Their skills probably aren't the best, but you know, they're in this farming town that's all about that has this really good soil. So what would be a better place to get into the baking scene again? So yeah, I'm gonna go quickly head to I want to get a couple more townies created. So I want to go to the general store and see who the heck is there. So I'm gonna go down to my oracles again and start rolling up some stuff real quick here. See if I can do this a little bit quicker. So what kind of person ancestry runs the general store? That's going to be a dark earth elemental kin. Okay, so it's just an elemental kin that's of the element dark. They have like darkness. Okay, that's pretty cool. So let me get a quick name for this elemental kin that runs the general store, which would be 34. I can either go with Fig, Etoile, or Egg. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a reroll. I'm not the biggest fan of those names. I'm not the biggest fan, but for this person, I want to maybe reroll. 16, either Carnation, Brook, or Bunny. Carnation? That's kind of a cool name. Carnation? Yeah. That's like a flower, right? Carnation? Am I dumb? That's that. Brook. Maybe we'll go with Brook. Yeah, you know what? Sure. All right. So we'll go with then age is 98. They are an elder. Okay. Job. I am going to probably just fill that in. What else? Where's like a Merchant? Is that not a job? I'm probably just missing it. Mechanic? Wait, what? Where's just like a... I'm probably completely missing this. Hold on. I'm looking. Farmer. Fortune teller. Freelancer. Wait. Ghost is a job? It's a race and a job. How does that work? Grocer? Yeah, they might be like a grocer. They're more like a... I don't know, just like a general merchant. Is that not an option? Shady merchant. That's shopkeep. Okay, there we go. We'll have them be like a shopkeep. That's definitely more the job I was looking for. Pronoun 79. It/its. All right. Gender presentation. Let's see what we get. 30. Masculine. I might go with just feminine, just because Brooke's kind of a feminine name, and I'm gonna get myself confused if not. I know I don't know why I rolled for that, but we'll just go with that. That'll make things maybe a little bit easier for me. Go with a random birth date for Brooke. 52, so their birthday is fall of 2. Let's fill in some traits real fast. Number 1, so they're adorable. Yes. They're an adorable elderly dark elementalkin, I guess. Their charm point is that they carry a doll. Okay. That's definitely something. What are their hobbies? Ant keeping. Okay. That's a hobby. And then let's see, their favorite hangout. I would like to know where Brooke likes to hang out. 79, the base of a mountain. Great. So the last thing is the favorite resource. I rolled 89, which is honey. And then the last thing, favorite item, which is 69. Nice. Drinks. Cool. So I go visit the general store, and there I meet Brooke, the elderly dark elementalkin, who is a shopkeep. They like honey and drinks. It's adorable. It carries a doll. It keeps, and it likes to hang out at the base of a mountain. Because who doesn't, right? That's pretty much where I have my camp, is at a base of a mountain, so it's relatable. Okay, so yeah, and I get to meet Brooke, the shopkeep that runs like the general store. So I imagine this probably not too many stores, but they probably have just one kind of general store that has most of their general goods. And that's who runs that. So then the last person I want to meet at some point, I want to go meet whoever runs like the bakery. I want to ask Brooke a couple questions while I'm here. I'm going to show Brooke the letter. Be like, listen, I got this letter here. Do you know anything about it? I talked to Craig, and Craig said that it did come from, not Iron Valley, what was this place? Amber Falls. I forgot the name of the place I'm in. Did you send this, or do you know somebody that sent this? I'm gonna do like a wits roll. Or maybe that'd be more charisma. I'm gonna try to do a riz roll. Well, yeah, I think it might be more. I'm using more of my knowledge at this point. Like, oh, I talked to Craig. He said this and this. I'm just kind of asking. So, like, well, this is probably more of a wits. Okay, yeah. With my +3, that's It's an 8 versus a 6 or a 2, which definitely is a strong hit. Okay. So that means I get to mark off 2 more ticks. I get to fill in the first box. So Brooke, let's see. So Brooke definitely knows stuff about the letter. I assume because I still have further to go on this task, that it's not the one that wrote the letter. So maybe I like the idea that Brooke maybe doesn't sell like posted stuff too often. So they have an idea of maybe who sold it. Because maybe they're like the only place in town you can buy posted stuff. So like whoever sent it had to buy it from Brooke. So I'm like only a third of the way through this quest, right? So maybe that's all I gain from Brooke is just whoever sent this letter did buy materials from Brooke, but so many people do that Brooke's not really able to like help me narrow it down. Okay. The spirit in the town, Brooke. Do you know anything about it? This is just gonna be probably a more heart roll. Like, do you know anything about this spirit? Do you believe in it? Have you seen it? Do you have evidence? What's the deal? What's the deal with town spirits? Jeez. That is a miss with a match. That's not good. A match is just bad stuff, right? Like it's just bad times. I'm trying to think if that's what it says specifically. Use these moments as chances to spice up the narrative, make a success that much sweeter or a failure that much more interesting. Okay. So I asked Brooke about the spirit of the town. I'm gonna maybe go with like, I'm gonna go with an action theme roll on this, the little oracle here. Just to give me an inspiration of maybe what went wrong. So what is that? Is 67, poke, and 63. Poke mystery, okay. So obviously with me doing this, since this was a miss, I'm going to, time passed. Poke at, so poke and mystery makes me think like, okay, poke at mystery. Like I'm poking at something that maybe, not a lot of people know about, including Brooke, that is kind of just a mystery to them. And, yeah, that Brooke really doesn't have information on it. Maybe Brooke like knows about it, kind of like maybe they've heard people talk about the spirit, but then it's just a mystery, so they don't have any evidence. They don't maybe believe in it themselves, but I'm poking at a mystery here. So okay, well, that's that. Okay, what else do I want to do? I have a little bit of time left before nightfall. I've already met a lot of townies. We met Craig, we met Pippi, I didn't meet Pippi, I heard about Pippi. Maybe I should go talk to Pippi. Introduce myself. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I guess I haven't done that yet. So, okay, I'm like shuffling all my papers right here. All right, let me go talk to Pippi. Pippi owns the farm that Craig likes to hang out at from time to time. Pippi is the young adult Tanuki farmer that likes grains and furniture. They're cautious. They wear earrings. Likes to play pranks, and it likes to hang out where the fog is so thick you can't see. So I head on over to Pippi's farm to go introduce myself and to see if they know about this letter, if I can ask them more about the spirits, and so forth. So, okay. I roll up to Pippi's farm. I introduce myself, kind of get pleasantries out of the way. I learn a bit more about them. And I imagine, of course, I imagine most introductory conversations when I'm new to this town, as there's probably not too many new people too often, is, well, what brings you here? And I'm like, well, that's a great question, Pippi. This weird ass letter is what brought me here, and I don't know who sent it. Do you? Did you send it? Because somebody sent it. There's not that many people in the town, so like somebody must have sent it. Was it you, Pippi? So let me do a I'll do a wits roll again, because I'm gonna be like, oh, I mean, I've talked to Craig. Craig said this letter definitely came from inside the town. I talked to Brooke. Brooke said the materials were bought at their shop. Was it you? And I'll do like a wits roll maybe to kind of use my, maybe that's more like charisma. I trying to think of what makes more sense. Maybe that would be more, it's either wits or charisma. They both are okay stats for me. I mean, wits is better, but like, we'll say that's more of a charisma. Sure, more of a heart roll. Okay, that's good. I rolled a 4 and a 1 as my challenge, but I rolled a 4 on my dice, plus 2, it's a 6. So I get to, that's a strong hit. I get to mark off 2 ticks. Okay. So Pippi, I'm showing them the letter. I don't think it's Pippi who sent it, because we still have further to go on this progress track. But I think Pippi has an idea of who it is. Let me triple check. So let's use the fate chart. I'm gonna go with likely. Does Pippi have an idea of who it is? 86. Yes, they do. So I'm gonna say that maybe like Pippi recognizes the handwriting, as it looks pretty similar to someone they know. Is it, because I know there's someone that runs the bakery in the town, which I haven't met yet. Is the person Pippi thinks, is it the baker? That would be kind of interesting if it happened to be a baker. So let's go with maybe likely. It's, especially if because of it, there's only so many people in town, but I've only met, like 3 of them so far. Is it the baker? 70. Yes. Pippi thinks that, okay, yeah, whoever sent this letter, it might be the baker. Let's maybe go talk to them. So, okay. Or whoever at least works in maybe like the restaurant in town. Maybe not necessarily a baker, but whoever, there's probably some, yeah, like restaurant place that probably, has a bakery, but they probably do more than just baking. So, okay. Then the other question I'll ask Pippi about is spirit of the spirit that guides the town. Do you believe there's a spirit? Have you seen a spirit? Do you have any evidence of a spirit? Do you know anything about a spirit? I'm probably gonna say this is probably I'm gonna go plus shadows on this, because it's like maybe more magic kind of stuff. Talking spirit, that's kind of like magic-y. Sure. Yikes. Okay, I rolled a 10 and a 2, but my 1 plus 2, that's a 3, so that is a weak hit. Okay, so I do gain a little bit more info about the spirit. So I get closer to the answer, but I also lose track of time. So I think what happens, and that's also the end of the day. So I'm talking with the good old Pippi, and I'm like, okay, there's a spirit around the town, right? And Pippi, I feel like Pippi probably believes in the spirit. They don't have any evidence of it of themselves, but they feel like the town is a safe place. Lots of good things happen, Amber Falls is blessed with such rich soil that allows crops to grow quickly, and a very just safe and welcoming community, and that apparently they don't need money here, which I just can't even imagine. Everybody just pays each other with favors. Like that's pretty wild. But yeah, so I think the idea that Pippi really believes there's a spirit because of just the life they live. They think something is protecting this town, is bringing it good fortune, maybe. But they don't actually have any evidence of it of themselves, which is fine. We're still not even 1 box to the way through that 6 box thing yet, so I feel like I still need to go try to. I don't even know how that's gonna end. But okay. But with that, I also get lost. I lose track of time. Time passed as I was talking with Pippi. I really just lost track of time. We were sitting on the farm. I was asking about the letter. They were telling me about the restaurant owners. I was asking about the spirit. We got just kind of lost track of time. Pippi was telling me more about their life on the farm and I don't know, probably just reasons they believe this spirit exists. Just different reasons in the Amber Falls. Yeah, we just lose track of time talking. Maybe at some point Craig pops by because I guess this is his hangout, is Pippi's farm. So maybe Pippi has some pretty cool places to hang. And Craig just ghosts on in and hangs for a little bit. But then, yeah, as the sun starts to set, say my goodbyes, and I head back to my little makeshift shelter that I have propped up on the side of this mountain. I set in for the night and get a good night's rest. So cool. I'm getting closer and closer to figuring out some of these promises. Making a camp's done. So I think this next day I'm gonna need to, my goals I think are gonna be talk to the restaurant owner, see if they're the one that sent me the letter. Maybe try to get a job there, especially in the bakery department. That'd be kind of nice. And then just start doing some stuff around town. I might just start to do some fishing at some point. I love to just chill for part of the day, you know, just go fishing, maybe work on my house a little bit. My shelter could be kind of fun. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that the next day here. But before then, I'm gonna take a quick little break, like 5 or so minute break. I'm gonna just get up, stretch my legs, all that good stuff. So recommend you do the same too if you've been watching for a little bit. A good break from the screens is always good. Recommend hydrating, getting some water, hitting the bathroom, all that good stuff. Yeah, the glove baking storyline, it's coming. The baking arc is coming. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I will be back in like 5 or so minutes. Hello everybody and welcome back to Solo Gaming Sunday Iron Valley Edition, where I am playing Iron Valley, the new and improved updated 1.1 version. So, got through our first few days, settled into Amber Falls as Glove the Skeleton, who received a mysterious letter to summon him there. Good at cooking, hunting, and garden magic. I'm camping out right now. I met Craig, the ghost mayor, along with Pippi, the Tanuki farmer, and also Brooke, the dark elementalkin shopkeep. So quite the cast of characters, I'll say. And now we're on to day 3 of spring, which is a soup day. Pretty fun. I'm pretty sure in here somewhere, I know I definitely read it at some point, talks about the different days. Let's see if I can find that real fast. Scrolling really fast ahead. Jobs, moving right along. Super scrolling real fast. Oh, one part they say or talked about. Okay, let's just find it in here. Holidays? Just holidays? No, I just want to know the days. Oh, here we go. Yeah, soup day, the 3rd day of the week, middle of the week. That bread tended to get a little stale, so the people of the valley decided that there was no better thing to do with hard bread than to dip it in soup. It's customary to make soup in the middle of the week. In fact, many people look forward to it, in fact. Sure, it may be the hump day, but at least there's soup. At least there's soup. One thing I'm curious about real fast. So there is a soup oracle now. Yeah, we got a whole oracle just for different soups. Awesome. The one thing I'm curious is there's no like values for anything, right? For like the whole new inventory system. I'm just trying to see like what. Does anything actually have values, or is that all just set on my end? I think that's all set on my end. Superfication would have been helpful here. Yeah, I was thinking that, but that's okay. I'm more of a baker, not a... Do bakers make soup? I guess not. Unless you make like a bread bowl. That's more baking territory. But yeah, I did like the superfication one. I mean, I kind of regretting not grabbing it, but you know what? It's okay. That's all right. I got garden magic still, so that's something. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah, I don't think any favor values are specifically defined in here. I just want to make sure I'm doing that right. Okay. So it's a new day. And first thing I want to do is, at the beginning of this day 3, see what the weather looks like outside. 65. It is windy. Okay. So we'll say it's probably pretty mild out, not super sunny, maybe a little overcast, but particularly is windy. Okay. So I think one of the first things I'm gonna do before anything else is root around the forest a little bit. I'm not really gonna look for anything particular. I kind of just want to spend the day going through the wild looking for random stuff. So then at the end of the day, I can get some soup maybe. The thing is, I don't have enough stuff for soup. So even if I'm just looking at like, let's make a deal. Even if I'm like friendly with somebody. So that would be like a simple item. That's not just like resource. That would be like, that cost me like 6 favor. I don't have. I need to start like figuring out a way to get stuff. I want to maybe get some like livestock. I guess I need to just get a job so I can start earning favor for people. Because I want some soup, like I can't really get any. This stuff's is not expensive, but it costs a lot of favor to get some soup. So if I'm looking at this right, because I imagine soup's it's not forageable. It's definitely not a resource. It's more of a simple item. I'm friendly with somebody. That's gonna cost me 6 resources / items. But I do know. I guess I could. I could, because whenever you. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here, because I want to like get stuff to get. I don't think I can get some soup today. I don't think I have. I don't have enough stuff to trade for soup. I don't think, but that's okay. I don't really need soup. I'm a skeleton, right? Like I don't even think I could really. I guess maybe I could technically like eat it, but I wouldn't be able to actually like enjoy it. Probably like taste it or anything. So I guess getting soup isn't the worst. I just want to root around a little bit today. So I think first thing I'm going to do is I want to find some livestock. That's kind of on the top of my agenda. So what do I want? Currently it's spring. So I could either get, try to find a blorb, a nubili, or a Gnosis shroom. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gnosis shroom. What would I get from these pom-poms? These little pink slimes. That's where they store it. It's okay. Discard pom-pom gets absorbed into the earth. What are pom-poms used for? Oh, binding agents similar to egg. Okay. I kind of like these Nabuli guys. It's definitely, it's giving me, it reminds me of that one Pokemon, like Altaria, like, and, is it Swablu? Swablu? This guy kind of looks like him. So they have a unique property that allows them to extract moisture in the air and hold it around them like a cocoon. Eat a balanced diet of fruit and bugs, tend to be pretty quiet. What do they? Cocoon. Oh. Get blue milk from those guys? Or Gnosis shrooms? Is that how you pronounce these guys? What do these do? I'm just trying to figure out. They're surprisingly low maintenance. Go for walks in shade. What do they produce? Am I dumb, or do they not produce anything? Oh, the snuffle truffle. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna try to find a blorb to get some like eggs. That's like the cloud. Yeah. The nebula is like the. Yeah, has moisture around them, and then they have like a cocoon that serves as a defense mechanisms and a means of storing nutrients. Nabuli? But yeah, no, I think I'm going to, the first thing I'm gonna do today after, stretching up, day's pretty windy, so hopefully my structure's holding up okay. My little shelter. And I'm gonna go around and try to hunt down a blorb. I think is my my first goal here. I'm gonna try to root around in nature to find a blorb. So I need to try my best. I imagine this is probably gonna be probably a knowledge wits roll. I think so. It's probably a wits roll because I'm like looking around, maybe using what I know about blorbs to try to figure out where one would be. Let me actually roll the correct dice here. If I don't throw them off the table, my goodness. Okay, let's see what I get. So I rolled a 4 against a 4 and a 9. So with my wits added, I guess I can maybe also add hunting, because that's 7. Still wouldn't really change much, so whatever. So it's a weak hit. So I find what I'm looking for, but lose track of time in one of that resource, then time passes. Okay, so time does pass on this wonderful windy soup day. But I go around the forest and I look for a blorb, which these fellas should be pretty easy to spot. I mean, they're pretty unique looking, and they're about what 3 feet tall, and they're total cuddlers. Okay. So yeah, I find a blorb, which then once I have a blorb, I want to I guess make a promise to take care of them, right? Let me make sure. That's pretty much all I have to do for the... I gotta go further back. No, further ahead. Further back, further ahead. Where's the... a little bit further behind. Here we go. Care for livestock. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as all the other ones, right? I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Caring for them, consider the complexity. See, I just have to, when I make the promise, I need a name for this blorb too. So I think it said caring for these guys is pretty simple. Let's see what it says here. Does it have like a default recommendation? No. Okay, let me go back to the blorbs real quick. Where the heck are they? Where are they? I know they're right around here. Oh, I should go find a chalk chill at some point. And the reason I'm finding a blorb right now is just because they're most... I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. Most active in spring. They produce the most stuff in spring, I guess. Let's see. These have lots of food and water. Discard pom-poms over the earth. Feeds in the underground roots. It's used for cooking. So yeah, I think these little dudes are probably fairly easy to take care of. So I'm gonna say this is probably a laid back. We'll say maybe probably not simple. We'll go with complicated. Take care of. And I want a name for my little blorb. Let me go to the names real fast and find a name for this little character here. 72. So we'll say that their name is either Parsley, Pyrope, or Shark. I like Parsley. We'll go with Parsley. Kind of food adjacent. Okay. So now I have, I took some time out of my morning and was hunting around the forest for a blorb, and I found one. So I named it Parsley, and I'm gonna start taking care of it. So I think one of the first things I'll probably do today, at least, is I'm gonna use maybe, I'm gonna do a plus iron roll to try to build a little like mini shelter add-on to my place for Parsley to live. Yikes. Not a good roll. What did I say? Plus iron. So it's gonna be 6. So it was a weak hit. So I am able to mark 1. I lose track of time. Then I do mark 1 tick. Okay. So takes me a good little bit of the day, but I'm able to drag over some new logs, kind of get them all propped up and whatnot, and get a little place built for blorb. Cool. Great. So now I got a little pet who's gonna, at some point, I can maybe get some pom-poms from, which is a good egg substitute, I guess. Cool. I think one of the other things I want to do is I want to do some fishing at some point, But the thing is, I don't have a fishing pole. I don't have a fishing pole. So I'm gonna probably just do more rooting around today. It's a bit of a windy day. Let's do it. So I'm probably gonna need some wood, obviously, to make a fishing pole. And then I guess some sort of like fiber or twine. Let me make sure. There's a wild crops article somewhere, right? Maybe stuff from like a beaver weaver. Is there a wild? It says there's a wild crop oracle, but maybe I'm just missing it. Let me look. Random food, random item. There's livestock, but wild crops? I might be completely missing this. Hobbies. Wonder if that's just these. This is just livestock. Am I dumb? Oh, roll on the crop oracle for the current season. Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay. I am. Great. But I'm looking for a specific thing. I'm looking for, I guess like, I don't even know. Like hemp? Can I make like hemp string? I just want to find something I can make like string out of. Or like a basic rope, just so I can go fishing, right? So first I'm gonna go rooting around trying to find some wood because I need to make a fishing pole. I think it's just gonna be like, what kind of roll would that be? That might be plus iron if I'm trying to find like a good piece of wood, maybe snap it down into, maybe I should make an axe first, man. Oh my goodness. I need some tools. I think I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I am playing with that optional rule that like I get bonuses from having the correct tools and whatnot. So yeah, let me go plus iron to try to find some wood. Okay, well that was a miss. Your search is fruitless. Envision what went wrong and how you lost track of time. Clearly in a forest, I couldn't find wood. So that's pretty bad. I don't know what went wrong. Maybe I was like looking for like the perfect piece of wood. And I'm just too picky. And I'm like, oh, this piece like almost works. Nah, not that piece. So what about this piece? Oh, this piece is wet from the rain 2 days ago. Could you try and barter with the other NPCs? I think that's one of the options. Yes, I can barter with them. Like there's this whole move here, like let's make a deal. But the issue is like at the moment, I don't have anything. All I have to my name besides my little shelter is a nautilus shell, some slime, and an old t-shirt. So like I could barter with people, but I don't have anything to barter with. So that's why I want to get a fishing rod so I can start fishing. And that's also why I found parsley, my blorb, so I can start getting some pom-poms to A, because I can use it for baking, but then also so I have something to trade so I can actually like, I don't know, get stuff in return. That's kind of my thought process. So yeah, I think I was looking around for wood and I was just being too picky, or like the wood I found was still maybe damp from the rain a couple days ago. So I can't find anything. I'm gonna look around for some like hemp to make some like twine, or just something I can make some like rope with. The old t-shirt, someone would want it. Yeah, no, that's my old bakery shirt. I'm not trying to get rid of that. It still has like stains on it from whenever I was working there. No, I don't think Globe would want to get rid of that. I'm gonna do another root around roll. I'm gonna do plus knowledge this time to look for hemp and try to just find some. So I add +3 because of my wits. So that is a weak hit. So I can add some hemp. I think that's probably the closest to what I'm looking for. I am able to find some hemp. Cool. But also, unfortunately, it was a weak hit. Well, I'm just throwing my pencil. So time passes. Okay, see, I'm looking around the forest. Takes me a while to find a place that hemp grows. I don't even know where like hemp naturally grows. If I don't know, but eventually I find an area that has some. Grab some, bring it back to my place, and as I'm doing that, as I make my way back to my little shelter, it's that's pretty much it for the day. Go back to Parsley, my my blorb. Make sure they're chilling, and I just call it a night. I'm like, well, this was a pretty long and more or less unsuccessful day. I guess I find a decent amount of stuff, but not as much as I'd like. So on to the next day, just cruising right along here. What does the weather look like today? 13, it is sunny. So fantastic. The first thing I'm gonna do is go right back to looking for a good piece of wood. I'm gonna roll wits this time, trying to just find the right piece of wood. With a +3, that is a weak hit. So I'll take that. I do lose track of time. Time passes again. But check this out. I found some dang wood. Only one, unfortunately. But we'll take it. Cause I can craft some stuff up, right? So what's the do I do a roll for that? I forget how that works. I think I have to do a whole promise. Scroll ahead to this part. Where is it? Right here. Okay, you see, I've gathered my materials. And now I have to make a promise. Right. Stupid. So I have my wood. I have my hemp. It's simple as now I just gotta create a fishing pole, right? Craft. Fishing. Pole. Cool. The urgency of it, we'll say it's pretty laid back urgency. Yeah, it's not urgent. I just want a fishing pole. And this is probably simple, right? Yeah, because I'm just trying to add, well, yeah. It's probably kind of complicated to make it. No, it's probably pretty simple. I mean, you just take a piece of wood, add a piece of string to it. Like, how hard can a fishing line be? Obviously, it can get pretty complex, but I'm gonna keep this task pretty simple and just make it a single box to not get too lost in the weeds here. Okay. Then I guess I will start working on my fishing rod. All right, so I got my wood gathered, I got my hemp gathered. I just need to start crafting the dang thing. So I'm gonna roll +wits using my expertise and knowledge and how to create fishing rods and seeing what kind of fishing pole I can create. Clearly I am not good at creating fishing poles because there's a 4 against an 8 and a 9, which is a miss. So what went wrong? Okay, it's a good question. I don't know what went wrong. Oh, you know what? Let's, just for fun, let's roll on the Oracle, the action theme Oracle. 54. Joke? Joke and hope. Oh, maybe that give me some inspiration. Hope and joke. I got nothing. I thought maybe that would help me come up with something. Hope and joke, like, I'm building this, and maybe like, I get distracted by daydreaming about this fishing pole. I'm like, once it's done, this is gonna be a nice fishing rod, but it's just a joke. Because I don't have a fishing pole, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to make that work. Okay, I'm going to just keep trying to work on this fishing rod because I really want to get this done. Using my wits again. That is at least a weak hit. My goodness. So I can mark a tick off, but then I'm getting ticked off. I'll mark a tick here as the day passes away. So I imagine one of the first processes I have to go through is I have hemp that I have to convert into like hemp thread, like a rope type thing. So I imagine that's one of the first things I have to do is kind of turn this hemp, this raw unprocessed hemp, into like some string, some thread that I can use at the end of this fishing rod. So that's what I'm gonna do first. So I got some rope ready to use. So let me try working on this fishing rod some more. Okay, that's a little bit better. +3, that is a strong hit. So I get to mark 2 ticks. Thank goodness. Meaning, I think this is more just the actual stick part of it. I am able to kind of bend it and get the piece on, tie the rope at the end, and I more or less have a fishing rod. I think the last roll I want to do is I want to do a shadow roll plus shadows to try to put a little bit of magic on it, a little bit of fishing magic, try to enchant it a little bit. It's not really my area of expertise in any way, but I'm a skeleton. I have garden magic. I imagine I have some other magic, so I'm gonna see if I can try to just enchant this. Well, maybe just put a little bit of fishing magic on it. So I'm rolling plus shadows. That's +2. That is a weak hit. So it is done. The fishing rod is done, but it took me pretty much the entire rest of the day to finish it. Man, oh man. Spent the day taking care of parsley and making a fishing rod. That's not too bad. Okay. And then this is complete. So I think I can go ahead and reap the benefits. No, I can't because time has to pass. I have to wait till tomorrow to do that. Okay, so that is the end of today. So yeah, I finished the fishing rod. I put a little magic on it. Nothing too crazy. Just maybe like I probably don't have any crazy magic as a skeleton. So maybe I just put like a little basic enchantment on it. And it's done. And as I've kind of put the finishing touches on it, the sun's starting to set. So, I mean, the best fishing is done kind of super early in the morning. So I decide I'm going to just turn in early tonight, get a bright start early tomorrow. I'm going to go fishing. So that is my plan. So I wake up bright and early on 5th day of spring on good old rest day. Let's see what the weather looks like real fast as I wake up this early. 49, it is cloudy. I'll take that. So it's a nice cloudy day as a good old Glove kind of wakes up from his little shelter he's built for himself and goes to check on, I guess one of the first things I'll actually do is go check on parsley. So make sure my little blorb is doing all right. Make sure they have plenty of water and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna do a wits roll for taking care of parsley to make sure they have enough water and food and yada, yada, yada. So wits, I add 3, so that is a weak hit. So I get to add that, and you have to mark a tick off the day. So I wake up pretty early and I realize that they're pretty low on water, so I have to go down to the river and go get them some water. That's pretty much takes a little bit of time, and I also just take some time out of my morning just to hang out with them, you know, give them some attention, pet them. I don't know if I can play with parsley. Maybe I can. You know, maybe they play fetch. Who knows? And then after I know they're all good and well, I head down to the river again to my fancy new fishing pole, and I want to go take that out for a spin. So I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna just go fishing, right? That's what it sounds like. I just wanna make sure. Would I? Okay, I'd be using plus edge because this is probably like a light tool. But I do get +1 because I do have the correct tool for fishing, which is a fishing rod. So I'm gonna go fishing. So I roll plus edge, +1. So, oh, that was a good roll. Okay, what's my edge? My edge is only 1, but I get +2. So that's an 8 versus a 7 and a 9. So it is a weak hit, meaning I do find what I'm looking for, but I lose track of time. You know what? I mean, that sounds like the best way to go fishing is I do get what I'm looking for, but it also just takes some time. But I catch some fish. I guess my hemp, I mean, I need to erase my hemp and my wood because those are both gone. And also I need to, my fishing rod is worth what? Just 2? Worth like value 2 because I think that's how that works. And I catch some fish, value 1. Awesome. Okay, I'm slowly getting more stuff so I can actually start like bartering with people and whatnot. So okay, I've spent like the last 2 days out in the woods talking to absolutely no one but Parsley. So you know what? I think it's the time I go back into town and actually socialize a little bit. I got some fish. You know, I had a pretty productive morning. I finally caught some fish, finished my rod. It was a bit cloudy today, so the weather's not terrible. I think one of the things I wanted to do today, hopefully it's not one of the last things, is head to the main restaurant in town and talk to whoever runs that and see what their deal is, see if they're the one that sent the letter, if they know anything about that. Also see if I could get a job at the bakery part of their restaurant, perhaps. Yeah, or maybe like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's either like the restaurant has a bakery part, or maybe there's like a smaller bakery that's just a separate thing that they buy the baked good from. Maybe we'll play it like that. Yeah, I kind of like that better, that there's like a main restaurant, but there's also like smaller shops that maybe sell stuff to like the main place that actually serves it all. Okay. So this restaurant, I don't know, I have those dice. I need to just roll up some random Oracle stuff to generate who owns this restaurant. So what kind of ancestry do they have? 67, a Minotaur. All right, here we go. So a Minotaur owns this restaurant. Their name is 36. So it's either Ginger, Frost, or Fork. I think I'm gonna have to go with Fork, especially if they're the one that owns the restaurant. Yeah, Fork the Minotaur. All right, big bet. Their job, I guess, would just be a restaurant owner. Hell yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, that works well. What is their age? 95. They're also an elder. Pronouns 22. That'd be she, her. And gender presentation 29. If they have she, her, you know, I don't know why I always roll for gender presentation when normally we'll just have it go feminine, just because if they're doing she, her. Just make it a bit easier for me to not accidentally mess stuff up. So let me roll a random date. 93. Okay, wow, we actually got a winter birthday here. Winter 18. So have I not hit? Are there no? When's the first holiday? Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Community Garden Day. Oh man, exciting stuff. Okay. So what else do we have to know about Fork? Charm, they have zippers. Okay. Oh, I also needed a trait for them. What is What are the odds of that? I just rolled 100 on a D100 twice in a row. I mean, I guess the odds was that like one in 1,000, right? Is it one in 100 times 1 in 100? That's crazy. I just rolled 100 twice in a row. I never roll 100 on D100. That's insane. So Fork the Minotaur is a wise, elderly Minotaur that has apparently a bunch of zippers. Their hobbies include fashion. That makes sense why they have so many zippers. Checks out. Okay. And then finally, where do they like to hang out? 7. Bar at happy hour. Okay. Yeah, Fork just seemed too good of a name for a restaurant owner. I couldn't pass it up. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's all I really need to know about Fork. Oh, their favorite stuff. Let me do that real fast. Their favorite resource, 009. Let's see, is just mushrooms. Okay. And then their favorite item is 6 clothes. That checks out. They like fashion. They got zippers. One of their favorite items is clothes. Who would have guessed? I like when Oracle roles just happen to work like that, or like, you know, we got Fork for a restaurant owner. Like sometimes the Oracle stuff and random stuff just works so well. It almost seems almost seems like it was destined to be. So yeah, I walk into, is there location names? That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if there's like, no, I don't want to open this. What would that even open to? I just want to see if there's location names. I know there's town names. What if I wanted like a name for this place? I don't think there is. That's okay. We'll just call it like the town restaurant. I mean, everybody probably knows it, so like it's all good. Yeah, whatever. We could go like a descriptor. Could just do some random thing, some random oracles. Let's try that. Let me roll on maybe the description and like action and see if I can generate a decent name. If not, I'll just continue on. Name for this restaurant. Let's see if this works. So we have the cold. Let's go with theme. Descriptor and theme. The cold river. I don't know about that name. Well, I mean, I'll keep it. I'm keeping it. But as far as like a restaurant name goes, maybe there's probably a reason for it. But the Cold River is the name of the restaurant they run. Okay. So as I walk into the Cold River, I see an elderly Minotaur that I greet and start introducing myself to, and it is Fork, the Minotaur who runs this establishment, and she's the owner. She's very into fashion, has a bunch of zippers everywhere. They seem really wise. They apparently like to hang out at the bar at happy hour. They like mushrooms and clothes. Born in the winter. So lots of cool stuff about this Minotaur here. But most importantly, Fork, I got some questions for you. I got this letter here. This weird ass letter that got sent to me. I don't know where it came from. Do you? Let's see if Fork knows. I'm gonna roll plus wits. See if Fork knows what the fork is going on here. Whoa, that's like I don't know what this means. It's a match, but they're all 6s. So that's like triple 666, right? That's bad, right? That's like a match, but I have to now like burn all these dice. Isn't that the rules? I don't know how that works, but I feel like I should get rid of all these dice now that they just rolled triple sixes. No, in all serious though, I mean, I add my wits roll to that. That makes this a 9, so that is a match. That's a strong hit with a match, so like, not too bad. So strong hits. I do mark off 2 things there, and then I'm like, so clearly. So why am I blanking on the name? Fork knows a thing or two about this letter. I think because I still need to learn a bit more about it. Is she the one that sent it? That's what I need to figure out. So I'm gonna ask the Oracle. Because at this point, it seems like either she sent it or someone she knows that sent it, because she seems to have a lot of info about it. Was she the one that sent it? I'm gonna go with likely. 10. No. Right? Or wait, that's yes, right? So I said it's likely? Oh wait, that is a yes then, yeah. Low roll, that's a yes. Yeah, it's been a while since I've used this mythic chart. Kind of forgot how the dang thing works. Yeah. So it was like certain. No, that's a no, because if it was likely. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's been a while since I've used this mythic chart. So yeah, no. It wasn't her. Yeah, okay. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm getting so confused by that. Okay, so it wasn't Fork, but she recognizes the handwriting. And maybe she's seen a similar letter before. Is it then the person that owns the bakery? That'd be pretty wild as I'm trying to go on this baker arc. I'm gonna go with very likely. Ooh, that's like a 96. So that is like an extreme yes. That I'm like, is it this baker that owns something, the bakery here? And apparently it is. Wow, how crazy. Okay. So maybe I'm gonna maybe roll plus heart to ask more about, okay, if they've seen a letter like this before, like what's the deal? Does this baker just like recruit people? Like what's the deal? That is a really good roll. That is plus heart. That's an 8 against a 4 and a 1, so that is a strong hit. Yeah, so I learn. Let me learn about this baker first. So I need to actually get, surprisingly, good thing I had this handy, another townie sheet, because clearly we have too many dang townies. I'm gonna add at least, I guess, one more real fast here to see who this baker is that sent this letter. They are 47. A goblin. Okay. They're a goblin named 38. So Harmony, Garnet, or Glove, that's my name. Garnet. Garnet the goblin. That's G's. I kind of like that. Let's see. Now I gotta roll. Let's see. The job is baker. A job. Well, it is now. Oh, it is. Okay, good. It is on there. Their age is 88, so they are an adult. All right. Pronouns 13, so they, them. And then gender presentation. This one I will actually roll for because I don't know. 23, feminine. Okay. We gotta go for random birthday. All right, let's roll this up. 74, that is fall 24. And then back to townie traits as I roll a trait for Garnet. 49, that is hot-headed. Oh boy. And then when we get some charm points for them, 91, they carry around a tiny bag. Okay. I'm just learning more about Garnet as I'm talking to Fork here. What else does Garnet do for fun? 46? 46. They like juggling. All right. And then where do they like to hang out? Just because I like to know all the hip hangout locations. 72, school. They're a nerd. They like to hang out at school. Okay. Oh, and then their favorite stuff. Why do I always forget that? Favorite resource is honey. Maybe that's like their specialty in their bakery is they like honey baked goods. And then they like jewelry. All right, so we have their Fork is telling me about Garnet the Goblin who runs the bakery. They are hot-headed. They carry a tiny bag. They like juggling. They hang out at the school. They like honey and jewelry. Yeah, that's a pretty good lowdown on what's going on. So, okay. How much time do I have left in this day? Do I still have time? Okay, I'm only like not even halfway through the day. Okay, I'm gonna go head over to this bakery and go confront Garnet, introduce myself, and be like, just talk to him about this letter. So I do that. I go there, walk in, and it's a nice little small bakery, I imagine. Maybe there's like a front area where they sell goods, but it seems like most of what they sell goes to Cold River restaurant. Then that seems like where most of the people in the town go to eat. Okay, but yeah, I introduce myself to Garnet. I start talking with them, and at one point, of course, when talking with people, it comes up that since I'm new in town, they're like, what brings you here? And I hold up this letter, and I was like, got this weird letter. Does this look familiar to you? And let me roll plus heart to see if it looks familiar to them. Let's see what their reaction is. See if they know anything about it to kind of persuade them. This is a bad roll. Plus heart. I'm gonna roll not good here. 4. That's a miss. Okay, so I like the idea that I'm like, I hold up this letter and I'm like about to confront Garnet about, you know, what is this letter? Did you send it and all this? And like right as I'm about to do that, there's maybe another employee that interrupts, and they're like, "Oh, Garnet, we like need you to complete this order or something, whatever." And basically, I like the idea that as I'm about to ask them this very important question about this letter, they get pulled away for like a work-related thing. Maybe like a customer walks in, and so they go chit-chat with them for a second, and then they come back to me. And so I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna be like, I might go plus heart. Actually, I'll go plus wits, because at this point, like I have knowledge on like the letter and the handwriting. I should be able to be like, is this you? That's a weak hit, so we'll take that. So I have to wait a little bit longer to, it's only a weak hit? Shoot, because that means I only mark one thing, right? Okay. So that means I think I have to wait a bit longer till Garnet's free to talk about this. And I'm like, are you the one that sent this letter? And they respond, yes, that they are. And I'm like, okay, well, like, what gives? Why did you send this? And by the time we get to talking, it's probably pretty late. So Garnet's like, look, I'm the one that sent it to you. How about this? You come back tomorrow morning, and then we'll talk some more. I'll bake some bread, have a nice warm drink, and I'll explain to you a bit more about why I sent you the letter. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's late. I need to get to bed. I need to check on Parsley, my blorb. So you sent the letter. Fine. We'll talk more tomorrow. I make my way back into the forest to my little shelter, a little makeshift shelter. And there I just go, I check on Blorb, make sure they're hanging in there. Little parsley, my little Blorb. And then I just pass out for the night as I, call it a night there. So then next morning I wake up, see what the weather looks like. 46, so it's cloudy. All right, we'll take cloudy. It's better than like raining or flooding or something like that. And I head back to the bakery bright and early after I wake up. Actually, first thing when I wake up is I'm going to take care of parsley. So I'm just gonna do plus wits, take care of parsley. That is a weak hit. So I'll take that, whatever. I do have to mark off some time, but I wake up in the morning, kind of do my morning routine, check on parsley, get them some water that they need, give them some attention, play with them a little bit. And I'm like, okay, I tell parsley goodbye. I need to go talk to this goblin to see what the heck the meaning of this letter is. So I go back to the bakery, knock, 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 head on in, and there's Garnet, and I start talking with them. So I was like, what's the deal with this letter? Are you gonna tell me like why you brought me here? I need to roll plus heart. So jeez, I am rolling like real bad today. I also don't have the best heart, so it's not very good. I don't have any favors to call in either. I haven't really done anything for anybody. Yikes. Shoot, yeah, because that's just plus heart as a 4 against a 5 and a 9, so it's just a miss. I think that maybe at first I'm trying to talk to Garnet, and I like the idea that maybe they're kind of just beating around the bush, that they're not really getting directly to the point. And so maybe I'll be a bit more, not like mean about it, but being like, look, I mean, you're the one that sent me the letter. I know you did. You told me. I got this letter. I talked to Craig. He said that they know it's someone in the town, and Brooke said that they sold someone the supplies. And I talked to Fork, and they recognized your handwriting, along with Pippi. Pippi recognized your handwriting. You probably have notoriously bad handwriting, or maybe good handwriting. Who knows? I know it was you, so I just want to know why. That's all, or how you found me, or whatever. I can't roll words. Shit. Yeah, that's another miss. Because even with wits, it's a 4 total against a 5 and a 6. So it's another. I didn't mark off my last miss either. So that's that, and that's that. What could be? I think they just keep getting interrupted. And at one point, maybe they're like, "Look, I gotta go to community garden day. I'll talk to Maury about this later." I'm like, okay, fine, like whatever. So I go maybe with them to community garden day because I've never been. I'm like, well, what the heck's community garden day? They're like, well, it's when we go take care of the community garden. I'm like, oh, go figure. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go help with community garden day, and then we're gonna talk about this, right? And they're like, sure. Okay. Started getting annoyed at this point. I just want answers. Like, they even told me it was them, but they just won't tell me why. Like, just tell me why. So after community garden, as we're heading out, I'm like, I just want to know, what is it? And rolling plus wits again. What? I rolled a 1 versus an 8, and then what is this goblin's deal? I mean, I get they're hot-headed, but like they told me it was them, and then they're just stonewalling me. Like, I don't get it. I genuinely don't know what's going on here. They're being really weird, and I don't like it. They're being really like dodgy, just evasive. So maybe I was gonna go like talk to them after community garden and they just push it back more. They're like, look, I'm pretty tired from community garden day. You come by tomorrow, I'll tell you. I'm like, why has it got to be such a big deal? But I'm like, okay, whatever. After helping out at the community garden, because that was like my 4th tick, right? Yeah, I don't think I marked that off, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my last tick of the day. So it's just a whole day that I pretty much spent trying to get this info out of Garnet, and they just for some reason will not give me this info. So I just call it a night. I'm like, this is not getting anywhere. So I'm at Garnet, whatever. Maybe I don't even want to know, but I just want to finish this promise. Like, how much is that to ask? Whatever. So I check on Parsley, my blorb, and then afterwards I call it a night. So I take a nice rest in my makeshift shelter. And I think I might wrap up the my little playthrough. Fortunately, we're gonna leave on a bit of a cliffhanger of, well, why the heck did Garnet even send Glove this letter? Who knows? Maybe Garnet knew Glove in Glove's past life as a baker somehow. Like, who knows? It sounds like maybe also that Garnet has sent out these kinds of letters before, as Fork was kind of like, they kind of knew of Garnet doing this, and this isn't the first time they've done this. So who knows? And why is Garnet being so evasive about it, not really wanting to talk about it, even though they admitted to doing it? There's some weird stuff going on, but I think we'll leave that as a bit of a mystery for now, and maybe come back and continue this adventure another time. So let me hop on over to my just chatting screen as I chat here for a little bit. That was fun. I'm finally glad I got to finally play a bit of the 1.1 update with a lot of cool new rules and oracles and whatnot. Very fun stuff. So yeah, on that note, in my normal fashion, at the end of the stream here, I'm going to do a little bit of a teaser for what is upcoming on the channel. So for later this week, I have on Tuesday, I have my monthly vlog coming out. So this is my 2nd time doing these, where I'm just gonna do a vlog about random stuff, from movies I'm watching to TV shows I'm watching, podcasts I'm listening to, projects I'm working on. I don't know, just any and all random things, mostly not board game related, maybe some board game related stuff in there as well. But yeah, Tuesday, I will be doing another monthly vlog. Thursday, I will be continuing my Dunwich playthrough, where I'll be continuing onto the next scenario, the Miskatonic Museum. I think it's called something other than that, but it's the one I'm going to the museum, which should be pretty interesting. And then next Sunday, I will not actually be doing a stream, because next Sunday is Mother's Day. So I will be back home doing Mother's Day stuff. So unfortunately, no stream next Sunday. But yeah, this Tuesday I have my vlog coming out. Thursday I have Dunwich. I guess though, since I don't have a stream to tease out for next week, I will go ahead and tease out in 2 weeks. So not the 14th, but May 21st. Kanban is finally going to make an appearance on this channel. I've had this game for a while, and I've had a good couple plays through it, and it is really fun. But man, it's a heavy game. It takes up a lot of table space. The rules, they're not too bad. Like, the number of action, like different things you can do each round, they're not too bad. The solo bots, I think, are a little confusing. And then just overall, I am not good at the game. I have not won once. I've not even come close to winning once. I always get fired usually at the first meeting. I don't think I've made it past the first meeting. So I've been kind of putting off playing this game, even though I really do enjoy it, but it's just like, it's a beast of a game. It takes up a lot of table space, it takes a lot of time, pretty rules heavy. So I've definitely put off playing this game for a while, but I'm gonna make an attempt to do a playthrough here. So not next week, but the following week, which is May 21st. I'll be doing a playthrough of Kanban, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I want to do a playthrough of this game yourself now. No, I really like Iron Valley, especially with this new update. Like it adds so much, from just the extra rules to the extra oracles, the extra this and that. I think it makes the game much more cohesive and I think a lot more fun to play. I definitely think I enjoyed myself a lot more this time than I did last time, just because I think this time there was just a lot more structure for the stuff I wanted to do, from foraging to crafting to this and that, growing crops, livestock and whatnot. But yeah, appreciate y'all stopping by. Hope y'all have a great week too. KDK and Rain, appreciate y'all hanging out, and Phoenix Knight popping in earlier. Had a lot of fun playing Iron Valley and hanging out here. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much going to wrap it up here, but had a lot of fun. Hopefully, I think this adventure, unless there's some update that changes the game again, I think this adventure will actually continue. So if when I do another Iron Valley playthrough on the channel, I'll definitely continue with this one, because I'm curious what the heck's going on with this goblin, and maybe they know Glove in the past life. Maybe, you know, maybe there's just a recruiting program they got going on in Amber Falls. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. But thank you all so much for watching. And hope you all have a great rest of your week and rest of your, I guess, weekend. If you still got a little bit of weekend left, I'm going to get a little bit of hang out and chill after this. I'm going to play a couple games of Fortnite, because it's the best way to unwind before bed, is to play some Fortnite. But man, I've been playing a lot of that still, and it's a fun ass game. But yeah, so that's my plans. But thank you all so much again for stopping by, hanging out, chatting, and witnessing the adventures of Glove and his adventures just roughing it out in the forest with his blorb and trying to go back on his baking arc. I think it's definitely an interesting story there. So until next time, y'all, I'll see ya. Bye. See you later. Thank y'all for watching.